Hello friends, myself Usha Patil, lecturer in mathematics. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In last video we learned function. Now today we learn concept of limit. Concept of limits. What is the limit? Limit is the fundamental concept of calculus. Limit is the fundamental concept of calculus. Fundamental concept of calculus. When we analyze the when we analyze the function analyze the function analyze the function at neighborhood of particular point. What is the limit? When limit concept from the function. When we put the any value of x in f of x, then get the proper value of f of x. Sometimes when we put the value of x in f of x, then not get the proper value of x. That's why we need to the new concept, that is the limit. For example, f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x minus 1. Find the value of f of x at point x equal to 1. Then f of 1 equal to 1 minus 1, 1 square minus 1, 1 minus 1. Then answer is 0 by 0. Means it is a meaningless. So need the new concept, that is the limit. How to write limit? Then get the one example from function. Consider the one example from function, that is f of x equal to sin x by x. Make the one table, that is the x and f of x. When put the value of x close to 0, that is 0.19, we get the f of x 0.87036. Now put the value of x 0.4, we get the value of f of x 0.97355. Now put the value of x is the 0.1, we get the 0.9983. Now put the value of x 0.01, get the f of x value is 0.99. We observe this table. When we observe these tables, then value of x is close to 0. Value of x close to 0. Then f of x tends to 1. Means जब x की वैल्यू 0 की तरफ जा रही है, तब f of x क्या बन रहा है? 1 बन रहा है. So we observe this table. We observe from the table when we x close to 0. when we say to x close to 0. Sorry, x close to 0 and f of x close to 1 means we say that x tends to 0, the function, and f of x tends to 0 and f of x tends to 1. Then mathematically we can write limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. Mathematically we can write limit x tends to 0 sin x by x equal to 1. Means जब x की वैल्यू 0 की तरफ जा रही है, x tends to 0 means x approaches 0, not an exact value of x is the 0. Sin function value means sin x by x approaches to 1, tends to 1, not an exact value of 1. This is the concept of limit. Now, friends, we learn to concept of limit. Means limit कहाँ से आया, क्यों आया, फंक्शन का ड्रॉबैक एरर करने के लिए हमने लिमिट कंसेप्ट चूज किया है. अब डेफिनेशन लेंगे. डेफिनेशन राइट डाउन. लेट f of x be a function the limit of f of x at a point x equal to a is denoted by limit x tends to a f of x tends to a. We say that tends to a, not exact a. In function, exact the value of x is the a. Now in limit, x tends to a. And it means that when x approaches to a, then where f of x is. f of x function है at x equal to a is denoted in limit x tends to a f of x क्या हो रहा है, अप्रोच हो रहा है x a की तरफ, वैसे ही f of x भी अप्रोचेस होगा, मीन्स टेंड्स टू होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल limit x tends to 0 sin x by x equal to 1. मीन्स एक फंक्शन है, फंक्शन क्या हो रहा है, 1 हो रहा है. तो फंक्शन function tends to 1 when x tends to 0. जब x tends to 0 होगा तब function tends to 1 होगा. That is the example. Now some properties of limits. Properties of limit. Which algebra of limit we study now? First, limit x tends to a equal to k. Not here x value. X tends to a. Not here x value. K is the constant. That's why answer also constant. K. Means यहाँ पे x की value नहीं है, सिर्फ k है. K is the constant. That's why answer only constant. Second, limit x tends to a, x equal to means x tends to a है तो x की वैल्यू क्या बन जाएगी a. Limit x tends to a, x raised to n equal to a raised to n. Fourth one, limit x tends to a, k into f of x equal to k as it is limit x tends to a, f of x. Means k into constant into function. Constant into function. Constant right before the limit because of here is not a x present. That's why limit x tends to a, f of x. A limit सिर्फ f of x को यूज होगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे constant है. Fifth, limit x tends to a, f of x plus g of x इक्वल टू यहाँ पे टू फंक्शंस है एडिशन में है सम ऑफ टू फंक्शंस देन अप्लाई द सेपरेट लिमिट दैट इज लिमिट x टेंड्स टू a, f of x plus limit x tends to a, g of x. G of x same as difference function limit x tends to a, f of x minus g of x equal to limit x tends to a, f of x minus limit x tends to a, g of x. G of x. Number 7 properties. Limit x tends to a, f of x into g of x equal to limit x tends to a, f of x into limit x tends to a, g of x. Means when product of two functions, then apply the separate limit. A, limit x tends to a, f of x divide g of x. Quotient of function means apply separate limit. X tends to a, f of x limit x tends to a, g of x. Where limit x tends to a, g of x is not equal to 0. That is the properties of limit. Now some standard formulas. Some standard formulas. Limit x tends to limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a equal to n into a raised to n minus 1, where a is positive number, a is positive and n is rational number. Second formula, limit x tends to 0 sin x by x equal to 1. Third one is limit x tends to 0 tan x by x equal to 1. Fourth one, limit x tends to 0 cos x equal to 1. Fifth one is limit x tends to 0, e raised to x minus 1 by x equal to e. Limit x tends to 0, a raised to x minus 1 by x equal to log a. Log a. Limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x raised to 1 by x equal to e. Last one is limit x tends to 0, 1 plus 1 by x raised to x, sorry, x tends to infinity here, x tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by x raised to x equal to e. That is the some standard formula on limit. Now, some standard values. E raised to 0 equals 1, e raised to infinity equal to infinity, e raised to minus infinity equal to 0, log of 0 equal to infinity, log of 1 equal to 0, 1 by 0 equal to infinity, 1 by infinity equal to 0. Last one is log of infinity equal to infinity. That is the some standard values. In concept of limit, we learn the what is the concept of limit, definition, properties of limit, and some standard formulas and standard values. Thank you.